Caleb Williams was supposed to save the Chicago Bears, a generational talent, #1 pick, the future of the franchise. So I simulated his entire career in Madden, and what happened, I did not expect. There were highs and there were lows, but how it all ends is crazy. And here we are looking at Caleb Williams. We are starting out fresh start of the 2026 season, or 2026 season. So we're just gonna kind of look at what we're starting with Caleb Williams here. Obviously these are his first 2 years in the league. Obviously his last year has been his best year out of the two. Nothing too crazy, 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions compared to 20 and 6 in his first year. But obviously the Bears have gotten a lot better overall around him compared to his first year with the new coach, some new players, everything like that. So we're going to go ahead and sim to next season. I have everything set to auto, so we're not going to be doing anything related to managing the team, signing players, re-signing players, trading, anything like that. It's purely going to be up to the Madden gods what happens in this series. So let's go ahead and sim to next season and find out what happens. And here is a look of the offense going into the first season. Of course, we have Caleb Williams at the quarterback position, 85 overall. We got DJ Moore, Luther Burden at receiver, Rome Odunze, some probably rookie receivers there. Of course, offensive line not bad, minus this guy here, looks like a rookie too, 68 overall, hidden dev though. So we're gonna see what happens there. And obviously got Loveland and Cole Kmet, so those are gonna be Caleb Williams' main targets going into this first season here. Quick look at the defense. Obviously nothing too crazy, 2 superstars there with Jalen Johnson and Kevin Byard, a couple of stars, and then a few, looks like a few rookies on the defensive line. So yeah, that is what the team is looking like during this first season. We're going to go ahead and skip to midway through this season here first, kind of look at where we're at record wise, stat wise, and then go ahead and see if we can make the playoffs. All right, and we are at 2-4 right now, so not great at all. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats here. We are not leading the league in any categories. Let's go ahead and look at specific ones here though. 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, so not great halfway through the season for Caleb Williams. Only over about 1,000 yards here. So let's see if they can't turn around the second half of the season and make the playoffs. What a surprise, we did not make the playoffs. Kind of looking at end of season stats here. Offense, only 20.5 points per game, 23 in the league. Passing yards, 30 in the league. Man, not great. Our defense was not very good either. Let's go ahead and look at who made the playoffs. Ooh, the Packers, #1 seed. All right. I'm a Packers fan at heart, so we'll take that. Patriots on the other side. So the Packers won the division. Lions made it in as well, and the Vikings. So the Bears, bottom of the barrel, only team in the NFC North that did not make the playoffs. Let's go and look at Caleb Williams' final stats of the year. 3,000 yards, 19 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. So his worst season of his career yet. Not sure what happened that season, but obviously not what Bears fans were expecting. I'm sure not what Caleb Williams was expecting. Overall record, as you can see here, 5-12. Good news is they'll probably have a pretty good draft pick moving up. So we'll see if they can add some pieces going into next year. Let's go ahead and sim to the Super Bowl. Ooh, and the Super Bowl is the Packers versus the Bengals. In this Bears video, obviously not what you want to see if you're a Bears fan, but Packers have a chance here to win a Super Bowl here this first season. All right, and look at that. The Packers did win the Super Bowl. First year of our Bears career simulation here for Caleb Williams. Not a great start. Let's go ahead and look at the season recap here. They won 35-13. Rashawn Gary, MVP of the league. Joe Burrow, coach Mike Vrabel, TJ Watt, Ashton Genty, offensive player of the year. Awesome. All right. Well, obviously not much to talk about there in terms of Bears, so we're going to go ahead and move on to next season, look at any key additions, and hope for a better season next time. Okay, and here we are, our lineup for our second season of this career simulation 2027. Caleb Williams, he made it up to 87 overall. We still got DeAndre Swift there, DJ Moore, Jay Walker there, Luther Burden, Roma Dunze, he is there too, but he must be hurt. Yeah, he's hurt. So that sucks for the start of the season there. Got a new, pretty good looking rookie left tackle there, though. Offensive line actually not looking too bad at all. Moving on to the defensive side here, we got a couple of hidden devs and a lot more stars, one superstar. So who knows? Maybe the season will turn out a little bit better than last time. Approval rating for Ben Johnson, 37%. Not too great, but hey, after a 5-12 season with the Packers winning the Super Bowl, what can you expect? Let's go ahead and sim to mid-season here and see where we're at. All right, and pretty similar to last year, 2-5 record midway through the season, so not much has changed record wise. Let's go ahead and check out the stats here. Again, no leaders here in the NFL. Let's go ahead and look at specific stats. A little bit better for Caleb Williams, 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. So overall, still not great at all. But hey, you never know with Madden. They could always turn it around here, make the playoffs. Let's go ahead and sim to the playoffs and see if that happens. All right, good and bad news. Good news is that the Bears have a better record than they did last season. Bad news is that it's only 6-11. So obviously they did not make the playoffs. Looking at who did make the playoffs here in the NFC, Eagles got a first round bye. Packers and Lions made it from the NFC North there. So overall, again, man, not a great season from the Bears. Not sure what's going on there. Who knows how long Caleb Johnson's going to last here. Again, very unimpressive season from Caleb Williams. Only 18 touchdowns, 9 interceptions there. Yeah, who knows? But obviously not what I was expecting. I was expecting at least a little bit of improvement here from the Bears going into the second year, but not anything to write home about. So yeah, obviously not very great. We're going to go ahead and sim to the off season here, see who wins the Super Bowl again. And the only thing we can do is move on and hope for anything better, which at this point is not too hard. Okay, looking at the 2027 recap here, the Rams defeated the Ravens in the Super Bowl to win another Super Bowl there. NFL MVP Joe Burrow for the second year in a row. All right, good for him. Coach of the year is the Titans there. Devontae Smith, offensive player. Trayvon Walker, defense. Trey Richardson, offensive rookie of the year for the Jets. So good for the Jets. They found a rookie quarterback for them. That's a first in at least my lifetime. So all right, so kind of a fun season there. Not really for Bears fans, but hey, there's always next year, right? Let's go ahead and sim to next season and hope for the best. Okay, and now we are in 2028. Looking at the offense here, of course, we still have Caleb Williams, still an 88 overall, so nothing too crazy there in the progression department. DeAndre Swift still at running back. Roma Dunze back wide receiver number 1. Got Luther Bird in there and DJ Moore. So same receivers there. And we got an X Factor fullback. That's different. Maybe that's the missing piece that they had. But obviously we got a couple of superstars here and stars on offense. So man, Bears don't have many excuses here not to live up to the hype there. Looking at the defense here, more of the same story. A bunch of stars. They have one normal dev player here. A couple of superstars at the secondary. But yeah, this team is not bad at all. So let's hope for a better season this week, or this year rather. Let's go ahead and again sim to mid-season. Let's see if we can't get a better than a 2-5 record this time. That's been the last 2 seasons. So all right, and hey, like I said, we're looking for improvement, and we found some. We are at 4-3, our best record through mid-season so far of this simulation. Let's go ahead and look at the stats here. Honestly, not much different from Caleb Williams, despite the better record: 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, just over 1,200 yards. So Caleb Williams not really making an impact here at the quarterback position. So, but hey, who knows? They can always make the playoffs here at 4-3. Definitely better than last year. Let's go ahead and sim to the playoffs. And would you look at that? The Bears make the playoffs for the first time in this simulation here. Second time in Caleb Williams' career. Let's go ahead and view the playoff bracket. They are the 7th seed. So, hey, they made it in, but 7th seed, that's all that matters. You got to make it in, then you have a chance. So they're going to be facing the Buccaneers in the first round. Before we go ahead into the game, let's go ahead and look at the final season stats. Again, nothing impressive from Caleb Williams. Just 3,400 yards, 22 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, nothing crazy there. But hey, they made the playoffs, so that means that they have a chance. We're going to go ahead and play this wild card game. We're not actually going to play. We're just going to go ahead and fast sim it. If we need to jump in near the end just to kind of view it from the broadcast angle, we'll do that. But let's go and see if the Bengals the Bears can get their first playoff win of Caleb Williams' career. And as I say that, I forget about the infamous Packers win that they have. That happened just this past year, so forget I said that. And here we go, first playoff game here in this simulation. Trying to defeat the Bucks, see if we can't make it to the divisional round. Can Caleb Williams will this Bears team? All right, and here we are starting off the game. So far 0-0, no one's scoring yet. Tampa Bay goes up early 10-0, but Chicago scores back. Tampa Bay gets another touchdown, up 17-7 going into the third quarter. Man, this game is actually pretty close here. Only a 3-point game here at the fourth quarter. We got about 5 minutes left, so we're going to go ahead and jump in here and watch the rest of this game here. Bears only down by 3, and they have the ball, but it is a 3rd and 14. So we'll see if the Bears can pick this up, and if they can't, it looks like they're in field goal range. So the Bears have a chance here to tie this, or even more, get a touchdown. Caleb Williams, oh, and he takes the sack. Nowhere to go, and Vita Vea gets the sack for the stop. Looks like they're gonna have to settle for a field goal. All right, and they're lining up for the field goal here to tie it here with about 3.5 minutes left. And it is good. All right, tie game, 3.5 minutes left. We're gonna see if that defense can here step up and get the Bears offense here another chance. Baker Mayfield under pressure, breaks the tackle though, and runs for a first down and more. Oh, but he fumbles. Oh, they recover it though. Wow, what look there from Baker Mayfield. Man, what a play, and what a backbreaker for the Bears. Man, now they're gonna have to be using their timeouts and hoping to get a stop here. Big 3rd down and 7 here. If the Bears get a stop, they'll force most likely a field goal here. Passing situation. Let's see what the Bucks do. Oh, he throws it up top. Oh, but he can't come down with it, and the Bears get the stop that they need. Didn't even need to use a timeout. And they have about 1:52 here before the Bucks field goal attempt. All right, and the Bucks get on the board here. Bears are going to be down 3 with 1:48 left. They'll have 3 timeouts, so plenty of time, plenty of opportunities here for the Bears to either tie or get a touchdown here to win this game. All right, let's see if Caleb Williams can will this Bears team's back. Obviously, it's going to be a passing situation here each play. Huge first down pickup there. Who was that? Roma Dunze. Huge play by them. They're going to be in a hurry-up mode here. Makes sense. Drops back to pass again. Takes the check down out of bounds for a short gain there. Nothing too crazy, 5 yards, but gets out of bounds. Stops the clock. That's all you can really ask for at this point. Back to pass again. Slant route. Who is that? Luther Burden. Another first down. Hey, moving the ball down the field. Caleb Williams throws for 360 yards. So not a bad game at all by Caleb Williams here. Let's see if they can't finish it off. Oh, play action there to the tight end. Picks up a decent amount of yards there. Gonna keep going in a hurry up here, although they just have over a minute left at the 40-yard line and 2 timeouts. So they got plenty of time here. Oh, except he gets pressure there. Throws an incomplete pass. It's going to be 3rd down. This is huge. Oh, throws it to the check down. He breaks the tackle. Man, and runs for a huge first down there right before the 20-yard line, gets out of bounds, saves a timeout, and the Bears are back in business. Oh, Caleb Williams looking to run here. Doesn't slide, takes a huge hit, but picks up some yards. They have to use their second timeout. Just over 50 seconds left in this game. Oh, all right, he only throws. He gets the first down, but it's a short 2-yard pass. And they are forced to use their last time out. Man, that might be huge here coming to the end of this game. No more timeouts, down by 3. They're going to have to make sure they keep this ball out of bounds or get this clock stopped here. Oh, he throws for the end zone. Oh, just out of bounds there, though, for DJ Moore. What a throw though, just slightly out of bounds. Let's see if they can't do it again. Oh, throws for the end zone. Oh, but he drops it right at the 1 yard line. Third down here, last chance here. Obviously, they're going to take a field goal if they don't pick it up. Oh, which he almost gets sacked and throws it away. What a save there by Caleb Williams. Looks like they're going to take the field goal here. Hopefully get to overtime, but there's going to be about 30 seconds left. So the Buccaneers are going to have a chance here to tie it back up. Or even win it, obviously. They're tied right now. So, but hey, great drive from Caleb Williams. Couple questionable timeout calls there by the coach, but hey, ultimately they got the job done. They gave themselves a chance here. Let's see if they can't finish it off or even get a turnover here. Oh, huge run here by the Bucs running back. Oh, he was one guy away from breaking that for a touchdown here on the first try, but what a start from the Buccaneers offense here. Man, another first down pickup there by Baker Mayfield, and they are moving down the field. Okay, huge third down and 12 here. They are just about in field goal range. So this would be huge for the Bears if they can get a stop here. Oh, and they throw it 4th and 3. I'd assume, yep, they're going to go for the field goal here, take the lead, but that puts the Bears in prime position here to either win the game. Oh, but the Bears, they blocked the field goal. So the Bucs don't get a field goal after all, and the Bears can win it here with a field goal of their own. Huge run there. Oh, he takes a big hit but hangs on to it. Huge run there by the Bears, and they are getting close to their own field goal range themselves here this drive. All right, huge 3rd and 2 here. If they pick this up, they'll be in almost field goal range, but if they don't, it's going to be a big decision here to punt it away or not. Oh, it's going to be close. 4th and inches. Oh my gosh. Are they going to go for it or are they going to punt it? Oh, they're going to punt it. All right. Bucs are going to have another chance. Huge third down here by the Bucs. 3rd and 5. They pick this up. It'll be a huge thing for them to keep this drive going, but huge for the Bears if they can get a stop here. Which they cannot. So the Bears keep the chains moving. If the Bucs pick it up, though, they're almost going to be in field goal range themselves. Oh, which they do. Wow, what a catch by the running back there. He held on to that while getting hit. Huge play by the Bucs. Bears going to have to step it up here if they want a chance to win this. Man, huge play by Chris Godwin there with the spin move. He brings it up to the 28-yard line, and the Bucs, they look unstoppable this drive. Bears are going to have to come away with something as they are definitely in field goal range. Obviously, we saw how their last field goal attempt went, but hey, if you ask me, I'm not sure the Bucs are going to let that happen 2 times in a row. Oh, and the Bucs are lining up for a field goal here to win the game. Are they going to be able to do it? Oh, Bears call a timeout here, try to freeze the kicker. Good call by Ben Johnson there, I'd say. Buccaneers saying they don't want any more yards. They're just going to go for the win right here. All right, it is up. Slow motion. Is it good? It looks good, man. And what a heartbreak for the Chicago Bears. They put up a good fight here in overtime. Some huge plays, but ultimately their defense could not get a stop. Their offense could not get anything going there in overtime. And it's the first playoff loss. But hey, keyword there is a playoff loss. You got to make the playoffs in order to get a playoff loss. So I know they will take that all day, every day. Good kind of motivation going into next season, knowing that they can make it to the playoffs again. They just got to get a little bit better, specifically on defense here. But we're going to go ahead and see you at the end of the season, see who wins the Super Bowl, and move on to next season. And the 2028 season comes to an end. The Los Angeles Rams, man, they repeat as Super Bowl champions, getting a win over the Patriots. And awesome for Joe Burrow. He gets a third MVP in a row. Man, Joe Burrow is killing it here in the regular season. Obviously, haven't seen him in the playoffs before, or besides that first year against the Packers where they lost the Super Bowl. Hey, good for Joe Burrow, though, kind of having a little redemption here in this Madden simulation here compared to real life. But yeah, hey, obviously best season yet in this Bears sim. Let's go ahead and skip to the next season and see what happens. And here we are looking at the 2029 Bears offense. Caleb Williams up to an 89 overall superstar. Still got their standout fullback here, X Factor. Kind of the same people here. We got DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, although just looking now, I don't see any. Oh, Rome Odunze, he is hurt again, man. Unlucky there with the injuries there. Don't see Luther Burden there, though. Still got Colson Loveland there. Got a rookie X Factor or some X Factor there. C Walker there. Other than that, they got some new guys on the offensive line. Defense, let's see. Defense looking pretty good. They got 4 or 5 superstars and then 4 stars. So defense looking pretty dang good. Still got Jalen Johnson, Kyle Gordon over there, holding it down on the cornerback end there, and Jaquan Brisker also up to an 86 overall. So pretty good defense. If you were to ask me, I'd say this season should be better than last season. But let's go ahead and let's just sim to the playoffs now that we made the playoffs the last year. Don't have to check in midway here, and let's hope for the best, see if they can't make it back. Okay, and here we are at the end of the season. As you can see, a 9-8 record. So same record, but as you can see, we have no playoff game. So unfortunately, just missing out on the playoffs here. The Giants getting a first round bye here. Lions looks like they are the ones that won the division. Let's go ahead and look to see what the stats were for the season. Honestly, kind of looking like a normal Caleb Williams season. Actually, probably his best one yet. 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, so that's pretty respectable actually. 3,400 yards, nothing we haven't seen yet before. So year 5 for Caleb Williams, ultimately not a success if they can't make the playoffs, but hey, what are you gonna do? They came second in the division, so not terrible, but obviously not what they were looking for after a playoff berth last season. So let's go ahead and get to the season recap here and move on to next season. And here we are at the 2029 season recap, and if you see, man, the Rams are going on a tear here. Their 3rd Super Bowl win. Oh no, I misread that. They made 3 Super Bowls in a row, but they lose this one to the Chargers by 3 points. So, man, more importantly, though, look at Joe Burrow, 4th MVP in a row. Man, Joe Burrow's going to be the next Peyton Manning here with all these MVPs. Overall, though, that's what happened in 2029. Let's move on to 2030. Well, looking at our 2030 Bears offense here, looking pretty similar to last season. Obviously, we still got Caleb Williams, no progression from him, 89 overall. Got our X Factor fullback. DeAndre Swift is still kicking it here. We got Walker there, though. He made a couple of good plays there in that playoff game a couple years ago. We got Rome Odunze still holding it down there at the receiver position. Couple of new guys here. Other than that, nothing too crazy. On defense, let's see. Ooh, we got 2 X Factors there, Kyler Gordon and something Winslow. And then all-star, so their defense might be what gets them over the hump this year. Let's go ahead and sim to the playoffs here and hope for the best. They got to make the playoffs this year. With that team, man, it'd be a big disappointment if they can't. Man, and another season of disappointment here for Bears fans. 7-10 record. Man, obviously not what I was expecting. Not what Bears fans were expecting. As you can see here, though, Ben Johnson, they extend his contract here. Not sure I would do that if I was the Bears, but hey, that's not me. 53% approval rating. I mean, if you're the Bears, maybe that's what you're looking for. Let's go ahead and look at and see who did make the playoffs. Ooh, and the Packers back on top again. Number 1 seed. Looks like the Lions also made the playoffs here in the NFC North. Let's go ahead and look at his stats here. 3,200 yards, 22 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. A pretty normal season here for Caleb Williams. Nothing extraordinary or anything like that. But man, obviously a disappointing season here on this end, especially with the Packers being back on top. Not ideal. Let's see if the Packers can't win their second Super Bowl, though, of this simulation. I kind of been rooting for them in the back of my head as Packers fan. So let's see if they can't pull off another Super Bowl win here. Looking at 2030 season recap, as you can see, the Packers made the Super Bowl. Did not get the win overall, though. Ravens get the first Super Bowl for Lamar Jackson, so good for him. Lamar Jackson finally getting the Super Bowl there. Man, Joe Burrow, he must be on another level during this simulation. As you can see, he wins the MVP for what, the 5th time in a row? More impressive, actually, he's on the Colts now. So not sure what the Bengals were doing there, letting him go to the Colts, but obviously he didn't care. He was like, I'm gonna go win MVP anyways. Obviously nothing else super surprising there. Another year, another non-opportunity there for the Bears. So let's go ahead and move on to next season. Here we are in 2031, looking at the offense here. 91 overall for Caleb Williams, so he is getting better. He is getting better. Still got our X Factor fullback there holding down the fort. DeAndre Swift, he's going down every year, but man, he has been holding that position down. We got Rome Odunze, 87 overall. Got a superstar receiver on the other then, and Brothers. Good for him. We still got Colston Lovely, 92 overall. Pretty decent offensive line too, not too bad, minus the right guard there. Jay Garcia, better hold it down there, right guard. The defense also looking pretty dang good. Not bad overall. Obviously, though, we've seen in the past that hasn't really mattered for the Bears, how their team looks before the playoffs. So let's go ahead and sim to the playoffs here. I'm thinking they're gonna get it this time, but let's see what happens. Man, another year, another 7-10 record for the Bears. Man, I feel bad for Bears fans at this point. Haven't made the playoffs only once during this career simulation. Caleb Williams definitely not living up to the hype at all. Lions, they obviously are the team to make it from the NFC North. Looking at stats for this year, good news for Caleb Williams. He had actually a pretty decent year. His highest yards so far in this simulation, highest touchdowns, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That is very respectable here. So good for Caleb Williams. Not great for the record, though. Hasn't really turned out that way. So let's go ahead and see who wins the Super Bowl, and let's just keep going. I think eventually it'll be the Bears' turn to kind of get over the hump, but at what point do the Bears or even Caleb Williams decide, hey, let's move on, let's try out a different team, different opportunities? Because obviously it has not been working so far. Looking at our 2031 season recap, we have the Atlanta Falcons taking home the Lombardi Trophy there with a huge win over the Bengals. Bengals MVP replacing Joe Burrow. Man, maybe it was worth it for them. He got the MVP, made it to the Super Bowl, so looking pretty good there for the Bengals. But overall, that's what happened there in 2031. Bears, again, another disappointing season. So let's go ahead and move on to next season and hope for the best. Here we are in 2032. This is actually the first year Caleb Williams is at a 91. He was at 92 overall last year. So is he digressing a little bit? Who knows? We're going to have to see. But the offense here obviously looking pretty strong. Still got a bunch of superstars here, both on the line and in the receiver positions. Obviously not that bad. Defense still looking pretty stout. Got a couple of X factors, couple of superstars. Plenty of stars hold down the fort. Another solid Bears team. Let's go ahead and see if that makes any difference. As we've learned, hasn't really shown to be the case so far, but let's go ahead and find out. 2032 goes. Man, looking at another disappointing season, man. 8-9 record. Obviously one game better than last year, but not good enough to make the playoffs after all. The Giants obviously making it work for them on their side. Nothing too surprising otherwise. But the Bears, another disappointing season, not making the playoffs. Caleb Williams, again, nothing crazy in the stats. Man, this season here, that was year 8 for him. At what point do the Bears say, hey, we need to move on, find something else? As you can see, they were last in the NFL in yards. Their defense top 10. So their offense, honestly, was the problem this season. So at what point do they move on? I don't know. That's going to be interesting to see what happens next season, kind of. But obviously the Bears are confident in Ben Johnson here, extending his contract once more. Let's go ahead and see who comes out ahead on the Super Bowl, though. And looking at the 2032 season recap. The Steelers, man, so we haven't seen the Steelers in this yet. They get the Super Bowl win over the New York Giants. So good for them. Looking at some names that I'm not familiar with. Obviously some new players here, rookies. NFL MVP with the Rams, DeMarcus Holiday. Brian Dable getting Coach of the Year with the Giants. Good for him. Malik Neighbors, also huge year for the Giants, it looks like. So good for them. Obviously they couldn't get it done in the Super Bowl, but man, overall for the Bears, nothing to write home about. So let's go ahead and see if 2033 is any different. 2033, man, that's a good number. Maybe we'll see. Let's go ahead and find out. And here we are in 2033, officially the second consecutive year of Caleb Williams digressing here. 90 overall, obviously still decent. He's a 90 overall, but man, he is coming back down here. Offense, again, looking pretty dang good. Got high, 80 overalls. Got some high 90s there, 93 overall with Colston Loveland. Nothing to complain about there at all. Defense looking like a little bit of everything here. Got a couple of stars, X Factor, Superstar, nothing too crazy there. Jaquan Brisker there, he obviously digressed a little bit there, but at this point, man, who knows what this season will bring. I hope they get to the playoffs here, but you never know. Let's go ahead and sim to the playoffs. Man, I swear I am not doing anything crazy this Madden simulation here, but the Bears, they must have this curse that only permits them for having 9-8, 8-9, 7-10 records. Nothing better, nothing worse. As you can see, another season missing the playoffs with an 8-9 record. I honestly don't even know what to say anymore. This is just becoming the norm for the Bears. The Rams, as you can see, they get first round bye. Ravens doing good there too, assuming Lamar Jackson's still on the team. But the Bears in 2033 missing the playoffs. At this point, I don't know why the Bears, they keep extending Ben Johnson's contract. Look, another 4 years. That's crazy. I mean, if it was me and if I was a Bears fan, I would want to fire myself and move on. At this point, I would want to find maybe a different quarterback because Caleb Williams has not been getting it done. Again, I mean, a decent season touchdown interception wise, but nothing crazy in the yards department. Obviously not doing enough to get the wins when they're needed the most. So year 9 for Caleb Williams, not great. Looking at the 2033 season recap, the Bengals, they get their Super Bowl win. That actually might be their first ever Super Bowl win. 1-point win over the Rams, though, who have been a powerhouse during the simulation. So good for them. Looks like names that I do not know anything about there on the right side. Obviously, it looks like some of the Madden generated players have taken over the league at this point. Not too much of a surprise there, but good for the Bengals getting their Super Bowl win. Moving on to next season, something's got to change at this point, man. If I'm the Bears, I got to move on either from Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams. Got to try something else. Can't keep doing the same thing expecting different results. That's just not gonna work at all. So let's go ahead and sim to next season and see what happens. 2034, looking at the Bears offense. Honestly looking pretty good. Caleb Williams still a superstar, although definitely in a regression stage in his career. 87 overall, but he's got some good people around him. He's got X Factor fullback, they make big plays. Colston Loveland there still holding it down in the tight end position. Plenty of superstars there on the offensive line, especially. Defense, let's look at them. Nothing too crazy. Obviously they have the one X Factor up there, superstar. Other than that, kind of disappointing. But I mean, who knows at this point? They're going to have to do something here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the league history here. Not league history, no. What do we want to look at? Stats and rewards? Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the legacy leaderboard. Let's see where Caleb Williams is at. I'm assuming it's probably not crazy. Joe Burrow, though, obviously, look at that. 19 yearly awards. Those 5 or 6 championships definitely helped, I'm sure. Lamar Jackson also getting it up there. Aaron Rodgers, he probably retired after that first season we had. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and even this guy, man, he's made it up there with those Rams Super Bowl wins. Let's go ahead and see where Caleb Williams is at. I mean, nothing crazy, but as you can see, only 1 yearly award. Honestly, not sure what it is. Who knows? Obviously not what he was looking for in his legacy. We are in 2034, right? Yeah, 2034, and nothing to write home about in his career so far. Let's go ahead and send him to the playoffs, and man, maybe this is the year. Let's stay positive. You never know what can happen in this game. They're gonna make it. Let's just put it out there. Man, this might be the worst one yet. 5-12 record. Man, I am sorry, Bears fans that clicked onto this video, but hey, keep on watching because you never know what can happen. Caleb Williams, man, maybe he'll request a trade or something. Maybe they'll just trade him, or he'll be a free agent. Who knows? But obviously, with a 5-12 record, you're not gonna win or make the playoffs. Not gonna do great. Looks like the Packers and Lions made it from the NFC North once again. Let's look at the stats. I'm assuming it's gonna be more of the same. Yeah, nothing crazy there, honestly. Probably one of his worst seasons. Looking back, just nothing impressive at all. Just kind of pedestrian numbers there. Nothing crazy. Man, yeah, I don't know. Let's go ahead and see how this season ends, though, and we'll move on. And here we are, looking at the 2034 season recap. I mean, it's the Rams. This is the Rams league now. I've lost count how many times they've either been in the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl. It's just getting ridiculous now. So the Rams obviously get another win over the Patriots here in the Super Bowl. Kyle Shanahan, he's still winning awards there. Good for him. Good for him there with the Panthers now. But yeah, obviously nothing to write home about here. You know what I am going to do? Next season, I'm going to go ahead and change the playbook. I feel like we got to change something. If Madden isn't going to do it, if the Bears ownership isn't going to do it, man, we got to change something up. We got to do something. Ben Johnson obviously is not the answer. Caleb Williams seemingly has the talent, but just hasn't been able to get it done. So the only thing I can think of that's not doing anything too crazy. Like I said, I didn't want to affect anything too much outside of just doing the normal simulation. Let's try to change the playbook up and see if just something better will happen. Who knows? Alright, and here is the lineup for 2035. Got Caleb Williams there, 83. Biggest regression yet, man. I don't think he has many more chances left if he doesn't get it now. So this might be a make it or break it season for his career. I did change the playbook to Andy Reid. Obviously, Andy Reid, known as one of the best play callers in NFL history. So if he can't win with Andy Reid, at least his playbook, then maybe it just was never meant to be. I don't know, but we'll see. You saw the offense there, nothing to write home about. But hey, this season is it. It was a run for Caleb Williams. Nothing obviously happened, and they had that one playoff game against the Bucks, which gave me a lot of hope. They had a lot of fight there, but obviously a bunch of just mid seasons. Nothing really to be like, man, I'm hopeful. There really just never any of that. So who's to say it was Caleb Williams? Who's to say it was Ben Johnson? The Bears obviously believed in both of them to keep them both all of these years. That's Bears ownership for you. Don't really know what else to say. Let's go ahead and sim the rest of these playoffs here and see what happens. Would you look at that? The Bears with their best season of this video, 10-7. So obviously not a good season, but good enough, and that's all that really matters here. They got the 4th seed too, so they won the division. That's all you need sometimes. So they're gonna have a home game, first home game of the video. Good for them. Good for them. I'm actually happy at this point. Oh my gosh, maybe these playbooks. That was really the problem. Caleb Williams, almost 5,000 yards passing, 40 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Now that is an MVP level season. Obviously, it translated over onto the field. 10-7 record. Still obviously not the best record, but man, Ben Johnson and his playbook just not doing it in the Madden universe. Let's go ahead and dive into this game though. Here we are at Soldier Field for their first home game of this video, playing against the Seattle Seahawks. And off we go. Let's see if this can't be the Bears redemption season here. Up 10-0 early, 17-7 now. Coming at halftime. Wow, 24-7 here at the half. Look at that. Are the Bears going to be able to hold on though? They have so far up 24-14. Seahawks maybe making a comeback, 21-24. This is going to be close. The Bears got about 4 minutes left. We're going to go ahead and jump in here and see if the Bears can't run the rest of this clock down. Oh, it's 4th and 8, and they're going for the field goal here. Long field goal. Is it good? It is good. All right. Well, they go up by 6, which obviously is, you know, better than 3, but not great compared to what the Seahawks have been doing. They come back here these last couple minutes in the 4th quarter. They're going to have a chance here. Obviously going to need a touchdown, though. Let's see if the Bears defense can hold on and get the Bears their first playoff win in this video. Oh, and a huge sack. Lyle Edison getting a huge play on their 1st and 10 play here. Going to be 2nd and long now coming up. Oops, Seahawks get a lot of that yardage back here. It's going to be 3rd and 4 here, though. This is huge for the Seahawks, huge for the Bears. Whoever gets this is going to be in control of this game. Oh, and they go deep down the field. Man, what a catch. Almost in double coverage. A huge play there by whoever number 83 is. Awesome throw by number 0 there. Van Pelt, what a name too. Bears defense, man. During their last playoff game against the Buccaneers, their defense let up a lot of big plays too. Hopefully this isn't going to be a repeat of that. Okay, we got a 3rd and 3 here for the Seahawks. Huge play. If the Bears get a stop here, probably going to go for it on 4th down, but hey, let's just not let that happen. And as you can see here, Van Pelt, huge run to the 15-yard line there. They are now in scoring range either way. Touchdown. Obviously, they need a touchdown. They're down by 6 here, but the Bears are going to have to come up with a huge stop here in the red zone. I hope he's going to run again, but he gets tackled this time just for a short 2-yard gain there. Good job by the Bears defense. Oh, more pressure. He's rolling out. Is he going to be outrun him? Yes, he is. Oh my gosh, he's going for the end zone. Not quite there, but he gets to the 5-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Man, what a play by the Seahawks quarterback. All right, Bears defense, this is your time to shine here. Got to get a stop eventually. Oh, screen pass to the running back. Man, spin move making the defender look silly, and they scored the touchdown here with a chance to take the lead with just over a minute left. Man, this is going to be another heartbreak for the Chicago Bears. They had a huge, it was like a 24-7 lead in this game. Man, the Bears, they cannot end their season this way again. All right, Caleb Williams, this is your last chance. Last chance maybe in your career to show this world what you can do. Pretty good start there. Number 86, they're getting a couple yards, using a timeout right away. Not sure I'm a fan of that, but hey, we just got to get into field goal range if you're the Bears. Oof, and that is not going to help. They decide to run it for a loss, and it's going to be 3rd and 4 just like that. They have to burn another timeout. Oh, he decides to throw it. Almost looked like he was going to run it. What a play, though. They pick up the 1st down. They're going to go into some hurry up here. Save that timeout. Looks like they're going to spike the ball here. Stop the clock at least. Get another play. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 coming up. 48 seconds left here. They're going to have to obviously be passing situations here throughout. Only about 15-20 yards from field goal range, though. Oh, Caleb Williams is going to run it. Man, they're going to burn their last time out, though. What a huge play there by Caleb Williams, picking up 3 or 7 yards to make it a 3rd and 3. Oh, man, he throws it away. 4th down. The Bears season comes down to this. Obviously, they have to pick this up or they lose the game. Is Caleb Williams going to come through in the clutch here? Let's find out. Oh, and he hangs on to it, and they still have life. At the 47, they're still going to have to pick up at least a couple more yards here to have a chance for a field goal, but they are running out of time. No timeouts left. Let's see if they can do it. Oh, he throws it out, saves the sack, and it'll be 21 seconds left. At this point, you can't take a sack and expect to get a field goal here in time. They're going to have to get some yards, get out of bounds, something. Drops back, no pressure. Up a little bit there at the end. Ultimately incomplete though. 16 seconds, 3rd down and 10. You're not gonna have enough time here to stay in bounds. Looks like man coverage all around though. Let's see if they can do it. Man, and he gets sacked. No, Caleb Williams. They got 10 seconds left. At this point, you got to go for a Hail Mary. It's 4th down and 14. Or you can get a 1st down here, but you're running out of time. No, Caleb Williams gets sacked for the turnover on downs. Man, is that how Caleb Williams is going to end his career with the Bears? What? That is crazy. Obviously, the Seahawks are just going to kneel it out here. 3 seconds left. Bears are going to lose this one in heartbreaking fashion. Man, I don't know if that was all on Caleb Williams. Obviously, he took some huge sacks there. Did not make the throws needed to, be made to get that job done. That is crazy. Man, we're going to see what happens next season, but I feel like that was one of the last chances they're going to have. No real other way to put it. That was disappointing for sure. Let's go ahead and see who wins the Super Bowl, though, and find out. Looking at who won the Super Bowl in 2035, the Denver Broncos. Again, man, the Rams making the Super Bowl, though. They are definitely, if the Caleb Williams story wasn't anything to write home about here, it was the Rams in this video. They've made the Super Bowl almost every year that I've noticed. Again, their quarterback getting MVP. Good for them. But yeah, obviously the Bears, man, what a heartbreak there. Nothing obviously to see. I'm really wondering if they're gonna keep Caleb Williams here, or maybe draft a replacement or something like that. His overall is only going to go down at this point. He was at 83 last year, so we'll see what happens. All right, and here we are in 2036 already. Caleb Williams, as you can see here, 82 overall, so didn't regress that much. Got a superstar back, so good for him. Bears offense though not looking anything too crazy. You got 2 X Factor tight ends though, so that's something. At least he's got something to look forward to there. Their defense, looking at them again, not too bad, nothing too great though. Let's see if he can't get back to the playoffs at least the second year with their new playbook. Ben Johnson finally was like, I gotta change something up. Let's see what Andy Reid is doing, and then obviously it worked. Caleb Williams had his best season so far of his career, and they made the playoffs, and we're a few plays away from getting a win there. So let's go ahead and sim to the playoffs again, see if they can't repeat it. All right, and look at that. The Bears, their best record yet, 11-6. 1 game better than last year, so that's all you can really ask for there. They're going to be the 3 seed here. So again, improving in that angle at least. So not bad at all. Let's go ahead and look at the stats here. Caleb Williams, as you can see, 3rd in passing yards. So man, obviously the playbook made more of a difference than I was thinking here. Another solid year from Caleb Williams, 4,300 yards, 35 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Man, good for him, and they're going to make the playoffs. But obviously the ultimate test here is if they're going to be able to actually get a win, which is something they have not shown they can do just yet. So let's go ahead and jump in and see if they can do it. Oh man, and you guys can see what I see here. We have a snow game in Chicago. Man, maybe this will play to the Bears' advantage here and actually get a win. Playing the Panthers, coming from a warm weather state, you never know. Let's go ahead and dive in and see what happens. All right, and off we go. Obviously, you can't see anything going on in the field, but the Panthers get out to an early lead, and they extend it to 14-0, 21-0. Oh no. Oh, Bears come back a little bit, 21-7, but the Panthers just keep piling it on, 28-7, 31-7. Oh no, Bears. Oh no. Man, they come back a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough. 38-20, your final score. Man, what a letdown. The Bears, again, just can't get it done in the playoffs, even with the weather advantage. It was probably their worst playoff game yet, obviously. We've had 2 good ones. This one, not really a contest. So ultimately, another disappointing season here. Caleb Williams didn't have a bad game at all, but obviously did not do enough there to get the win at all. So Let's go ahead and send to the rest of the season and see what next season brings. All right, looking at the end of the season here, the Seahawks, they get a Super Bowl win over the Colts. So good for them. Looks like the Rams quarterback Marcus Holiday gets another MVP. So good for him too. Other than that, nothing else to write home about here. Gonna move on to next season. At what point is, are the Bears gonna move on from Caleb Williams? And, are they gonna move on from Ben Johnson? More importantly, who knows? But obviously another playoff berth, at least 2 years in a row, but another playoff loss. So honestly, nothing really, changing there on that end. But let's go ahead and move on to 2037. All right, and before we move on to 2037, as you can see, Caleb Williams retires after 13 years. Man, that last playoff game, that just did him in. And he calls it quits after only 13 years for a quarterback. That's not that long. That is not that long. Man, all right. Well, let's go ahead and let's just take a look one last time. We can go ahead and look at his stats for the whole year, or his whole career rather. Oh, he's not even showing up on here because he retired. Man, we're not even be able to see it, are we? Man, well, you guys saw, he didn't have any crazy numbers, but just kind of middle of the road, nothing to write home about, no awards really. We can take one last look at the leaderboard here for quarterbacks. I assume it's not going to be too different. 12th overall, 3 earlier awards. Maybe those last 2 seasons he at least got something there. So good for him, but obviously nothing. Man, what a disappointing season. Number 1 overall pick, I think. Yeah, number 1 overall pick. Huge hype the first year. But ultimately over, at least this Madden simulation can never get it done. Who's to say it was Ben Johnson? Who was to say it was Caleb Williams? Neither of them ended up working out. Had a little bit of hope there with the playbook change, but ultimately didn't matter in the playoffs. Same results year after year, and that is how Caleb Williams' career ends. No playoff wins, no Super Bowls, no championships, 3 measly awards, don't even know what they are. Man, sorry Caleb Williams, sorry Bears fans. Like I said, I was a Packers fan, or am a Packers fan. But I feel for you. I was hoping for a little bit more there from Caleb Williams. But hey, that's what happens sometimes. You never know what you're gonna get. And obviously this is just Madden. So hey, in real life, let's hope for some better results at least. So as always though, thank you for watching. If you stuck around this long to see what happens, sorry it didn't turn out for any of those Caleb Williams fans, but appreciate you watching. Hit that like button. Let me know in the comments who you want me to do next. I'm open to any suggestions, and it doesn't just have to be quarterbacks too. Any other players that are your favorite players, let me know, and we can see what we can do. Like I said, thank you as always for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.